Can't do that. I thought it was set already, but I guess not. Oh my gosh, Larry, how are you? I know it's been a long time, and I'm still recovering. I'm fighting the flu. I tell you, since what last? Oh my God, it's been about since Thursday. Oh my God! Hi, Tita. How are you? How are things going? I know, right, Larry? How are you? Is everyone else doing pretty good? How are you doing with the driving, Tata? Tita or Tita, I believe it is. How's the driving? I know, I know. I tell you, this is the best I felt. Tita, okay, Tita, thank you. This is the best I've felt in since, let's see, this is going on the second week. Great, 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 Tita. Yeah, I received an email. I'm quite sure you guys have received it too, and it was from Uber, and it's in reference to. I try to find it here. Okay, let's see here. All right. See, it says. Let me show it to you guys. Can you see that? Okay. So it's saying that on the road, new features to make driving easier. Okay. So they give us the weekly update for October the 12th. On the road in Baltimore, Maryland, multiple stops made easier. Starting this week, you'll be notified when a rider adds extra stops to their trip. Each destination will update automatically in your app. Your fares will continue to include time and distance rates on trips with multiple stops. Yeah, okay. So you'll be paid for any time spent waiting at each stop. Okay, so then it says, see how it works. So it shows a little diagram here of the pickup area here, right there. And then there's a stop here, and then there's a stop there, and then that's the destination, okay? I'm gonna click on where it says, where it talks about we're making multiple stops, okay? Okay, so saying starting in October 2017, you'll be notified when a rider adds extra stops to their trip, which means a better trip experience for both you and your passengers. Each destination will update automatically in your app, and your fares will continue to include time and distance rates on trips with multiple stops. What this means for you, or for us, if a rider adds, "Hey Paula, how are you?" Progressing pretty good, right? And if a rider adds a new destination, you'll see the full route in your driver's app. If the rider has multiple destinations, you will see the full route with all stops along the way. Riders can add up to 2 stops along with their final destination. If a rider adds a destination mid-trip, it will automatically reflect in the app. At every stop, you'll swipe to confirm destination. Once you've reached one of the added destination, swipe confirm stop to get route to the next location. And then it says here, please note if you're using out of app navigation, you'll have to open the Uber driver's app, okay, to swipe confirm stop to get destination to the next location. Once you're ready to get back on the road, you'll swipe start the trip. If everyone in the car, if everyone in the car and ready to go, swipe start trip and continue to the next destination. You'll be paid for the additional time spent on each stop. Your fares will continue to include time and distance rates on the trip with multiple stops, and you'll be paid for any time you spend waiting at each stop. Riders know that each stop should be less than 3 minutes so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. And then it asks if you want to learn more about it, and you go to the support page and so on and so forth. So, okay. It says here, what to learn more about this feature or have additional questions, visit our support page to get answers. Note, this feature is not available on Uber pool trips, okay? This is one rider who can have multiple stops, all right? So it's quite interesting. So I am on here so that we can talk about this. We can talk about it, and what do you think, guys? Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Paula. I'm glad to hear it. Gotta hang in there, absolutely. So what do you guys think? Well, while you're thinking about it, well, when I first saw the email, and this is starting here in Baltimore, and it's starting this week. So this is okay. This is automatically popped up in my head. What if you get a passenger that, for me, because I'm fighting the flu, and right, exactly, Tita. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Let me talk about that. The new drivers. With these new changes, go with the flow. You need to learn the trends. I'll tell any new driver, do it for a year. Do it for a year. You will see the highs, the lows, and then that next year, you think about how that year was for you. Did it work for you? Was it a nay or yay? What can you improve? Like, you have to really customize it for you. Excuse me. So, I'll tell anybody to do it for a year. Those who are seasoned over a year, when we first started, we saw changes in the business. And now we're seeing more changes. And that's how it is in a business. When they have their meetings, they trying to see how can we reinvent this business? How can we keep this business going? How can we give this business longevity? And not all the time the drivers are included. Okay, a lot of times businesses are focusing on the customer because that's where the money is coming from, and as for the drivers, that's where the money is going, along with back in the business. So you have 3 things that you have to look at. So me as a driver, my first thought was, what if I get an individual, I don't care what race it is, who has such an offensive aroma that offends my respiratory system, is in my vehicle. Now, of course, you can, 5 minutes. Okay. It's like sometimes when you see a time frame, it's like, okay, I can endure for 5 minutes. I can endure for 15 minutes. Let me crack my window, so on and so forth. And I'm not talking about BO. I'm talking about other choice aroma that is out there. And people who smoke cigarettes. For me, that type of smell is offensive to my respiratory system. Okay? So that's a concern for me. And so I'm thinking, how long will I have to deal with this, this offensive aroma in my presence? That was a concern. And then where am I? Where are these stops? I mean, because this is happening in Baltimore. I mean, every city has their issues. Okay, I'm not putting Baltimore down. I live in Baltimore. I love my Baltimore. Okay, but it has. It's like, okay, I'm picking you up from where, you know, and I'm taking you where on the corner of 2200 block, right there on the corner. I mean, I'm just saying, just giving a scenario. And then I'm taking you where? In this block where there are abandoned houses, and you're going to stop at this abandoned house. I'm just saying, not saying it's going to happen, but I'm talking about the possibilities, okay? And you can get any race of person. They can come from the suburbs. They coming in the city. Take me here, pick whatever up. When they come back to your car, you might not see anything. You don't know what they picked up. Okay, they get in the car. We can go to the next stop. Okay, I'm just saying the thoughts that come to mind with the new feature that we have to encounter. Yes, they say under 3 minutes. That sounds very good. But to sit in a particular area for a minute can seem like an hour, okay? And it can be dark, light, or whatever. I'm just giving you true scenarios. I'm not trying to, and I have a lot of people who are using my referral. I am not trying to, like, paint this. No, I'm telling you the real life of an Uber and Lyft driver here in Baltimore. Okay, I can only share my experience, and all drivers, even the newbies, have their experience. I'm not saying like the way I'm thinking this is how it's going to be. I'm not saying that, not at all. What I am saying is talking about my thoughts, just like I want to get you guys' thoughts on how you feel when I read that to you. Let's see, what was the other thing? I don't mind. Okay. I don't mind waiting. Thank you, Tita. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't feel comfortable within knowing that I'm not being truthful because, you know, how can you say it's divine dealing with people, the public? You even have bad days yourself, so you know what I mean. And sometimes your bad days kind of repels people, so you can imagine when you're dealing with other passengers that may have a bad day every single day, and you wondering why this person is having such a bad day. They go into a nice job, they look nice, they smell nice, come from a nice area, you know what I mean. It's like, why are you having a bad day? So I have to be me with God's help. So that was a concern for me. And I feel like one is something new. So there is the adjustment period. I would say I will have to give it a try. I haven't been driving because I haven't been feeling well to drive. Um, I'm looking forward to driving again. And I'm kind of sort of anxious to just experience this new feature so that I can have a more personal experience with it instead of my thoughts of possibilities, because there are a lot of things that are possible but doesn't happen. So should I waste time on the possibilities, or should I just deal with it as it comes? In some situations, yeah, it's better to deal with the situation as it comes instead of premeditate it and assume. Okay, I've learned this in the journey of life. So, what do you guys think on this? Just being honest with how you feel. If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to say anything. It just brought concern to me. And I don't think it's in any other state right now or cities, because this is pertaining to Baltimore. So, on the side of, excuse me guys, I know it's like crunching. I'm eating my grapes and cheddar cheese. I just like that when I'm sick like this. When I went to Oh my gosh, Janet 5112. Oh, you got the email and you're in Florida. Wow, Janet. And you're new here. Welcome. Wow. So what are your thoughts in reference to Florida environment? Oh, you're welcome. What do you think about it, Janet? How long you been driving? Well, I'm new at doing this. Only been out once. Going out this weekend. Okay. We all can identify experiencing that one ride. And that one ride can be a keeper or a breaker if you allow it to break you. Yeah, Tita. Yeah, she's new out there. She's in she want to try DC. DC is when I went out there with all these thoughts. You can get a ticket. It's easy to get a ticket there. Watch the speed light cameras. Watch the traffic lights. Like, I mean, you do this on the regular, but I'm saying it's like, you know, you're going into DC and it's like, okay, you got Fifth Street, you got Ninth Street, and you got these long one-way streets, and you got to turn here and there. But I must say, when I was there for maybe a couple hours, I made so much that I forgot. I forgot about how many streets I turned down. I forgot about the neighborhoods I went in. I was like, what? For this short time? For real? My first ride, the guy wanted me to take him someplace, then back home. He scheduled it as 2 trips. We ended the one and started another. Maybe that will work for these routes. Oh yeah. So from my understanding, it will be like, okay, let's say if I get into your car, right? And you're gonna say, hi, my name is Janet. Your name? My name is Michelle. How are you? I'm doing fine. Do you want the air on or off? It's too hot, it's too cold. And we are going to the plaza. Yes, yes, yes. All right, well, sit back and enjoy the ride. And then you'll say, feel free if you hear something in the app destination that is not accurate. Just please feel free to let me know. And then, oh, well, thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. So, okay, I'm in the car, and then got a phone call. Okay, hubby want me to go to the grocery store. Okay, Janet. Okay, Michelle, did you just add a stop? I did, Janet. I need to go to the grocery store. You know how that can be, right? Yes, I do. Okay, so you accept it. You know, you go to the next stop. And then after that, I go in the store and I say, Janet, would you like anything? No, I'm okay, Michelle, but thanks anyway. And I go in the store, get what I have to get. Meanwhile, you're less than 3 minutes, and you know the timer is going to be going. Have anybody ever looked at your watch and looked at this timer on the app? Yeah, try it one day. And so then they come out. Oh my gosh! I mean, it was such a long line in there. I did not mean to be in there for 10 minutes. I'm so glad you waited for me. Well, Michelle. I could have I could have left in 3 minutes, but So I get in the car and you've been out there waiting 10 minutes. No fault of my own. The line was long. I mean, like, what do you do? Do you call? Hi, Michelle. It's 3 minutes, and I'm about to move on to the next request. Then I'm saying, oh, Janet, I'm so sorry, dear. I'm waiting in line. It's such a long line here. Give me another 2 minutes, okay? Just 2 more minutes, and I'll make it worth your while. 2 more minutes. Okay. Michelle, It's Janet again. It's 5 minutes now. It's like 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, Janet. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I just don't understand it. I'll be out there. I'll be out there. I'll be out there. I'll be out there. And then Janet is like, okay. And then Michelle comes out, and she's supposed to went in the store and got a few things. It's a whole cart full. So what do you do? I mean, like, what do you do? You had a good I can't talk now. You had a good conversation with her or him as you were riding to the first, stop. And that stop, things begin to change. And it's like, okay, 10 minutes now? Like, really? It's like, should I wait? Should I go? Should I wait? Should I go? You know how sometimes we are kind-hearted people. We kind of stretch it a little bit, of the understanding. Oh, I understand. Oh my gosh, girl, I do not like to go to the grocery store on the 1st, on the 3rd, on the 7th, on the 11th, on the 15th. You just get used to those dates. It's like, not today. Oh my gosh, how are you? How is your mom? Welcome. She and her mom follow me on my other channel. Oh my gosh, how are you doing? You guys check her out and her mom, Psalms 27. Oh my gosh, they're good people, Awesome. And so it's like, you gotta think about it. Like, what are you gonna do? And so that's a concern for me. Some things you can't pre-plan. You just have to go with the flow. A lot of us who are kind-hearted people, drivers, we might say, okay, I'll give her 5 minutes. She seems to be a nice lady, or he seems to be a nice gentleman, and, I understand, so on and so forth. I can't see me allowing that to happen a whole lot, because how much of it is literally long lines, and how much of it is they're strolling. How sometimes we're going to the store. It's like, oh, I just got to pick up some Kleenex. And it's like, 2 for $5. Must have. Don't even need it. Must have, So instead of just carrying that little cart in your hand, now you got the whole buggy. Oh, what you call that? The big cart. The 4-wheel cart. I don't know. Anyway, so it's like, so what would you guys do? It's like, I don't know. Now, I would say, I know. Oh my gosh. I go in the store sometime intentionally with $5 or $10. And then I'm like, you might as well take your card with you, because you're going to see something. I take it for backup. Sometimes I don't use it. I stick to my guns at $10. And then sometimes it's like, okay, So just like we know how we do things when we go into the grocery store, trust and believe there will be someone else that does the same thing. So, can you deal? Can you handle it? How would you deal with it? I'm sitting Indian style and my foot is going to sleep. It is. I know. Why do I do it to myself? Sometimes I just feel comfortable to do it Indian style. I know. All of that, I know this, okay? I live with it, all right? I don't know where that voice came from, but anyway. So, that was concern for me. Now, what I want to say on the rider's behalf. Sorry, guys, sorry. Oops. I got it. Woo! They don't have to amputate it. Goodness gracious. Woo! Okay, so, I must say, guys, I got to do driver's side, I got to do rider's side. For me, to be in a nice, clean car, smells nice, and it's a nice car, and I can, to the next stop, That's like really. I mean, like thank you. You know, I'm gonna feel like I need my bag, like around here, around my here, and walk in the store, and be like, my driver is waiting. My driver is waiting for me. I need the express line. Yes, yes. I can see me now. Oh my God, I would love that. I would love it. I mean, can you imagine? Like, totally leave the driving, leave the driving to us. My driver. I have my nails all done. Oh my gosh. Think about going to the nail parlor. Now, you really can't do it because that's going to be longer than 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You can't use the Uber for that. So, but I'm just saying on the rider side, that is a beautiful feature because those who've been Uber and Lyft drivers for a while now, over a year, you've had passengers who said, "Oh, can you drop me? Can I make a stop at the 7-Eleven before I go to the train station or before I go to work? The 7-Eleven is on the way." So we've done it, but we've done it with a more of a power of choice to say I can't stop because I have another request, or I can't stop because I have a doctor's appointment, so on and so forth. With this particular feature, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do that. I'm not sure if, let's say you pick the particular rider up from work, okay? And she has to pick up her child from daycare. I mean, that's more something that can actually happen. And they run in and run out. And now this individual has to take the child to their grandmother's house. And then you take the mother home. You might be able to pick up the child, but now you can't take the child and the mother to the grandmother's house. The next stop. Sorry, guys. The next stop. So what do? Because you have to swipe confirm stop, meaning you're there at the destination, and you're going to confirm start when you're ready to go. And then you can't use your Waze. From my understanding of the email, you can't use Waze as your navigation nor Google Map. You have to use Uber navigation. Now, a lot of passengers I've had in my vehicle who've used Uber for many years, they said that Uber navigation app is just sick. It's just stupid, okay? So I never really used it. I only used Waze. At first, I started off with Google. Then I went to Waze, and I've been using Waze ever since. So now, did they improve the Uber navigation? Will we have more passengers? Do you know where you're going? Like, are you from Baltimore or from DC? Like, do you know where you're going? How long you say you've been driving? Like, really? And then next thing you know, ratings. And it's like, I don't like that idea that we are being dinged for issues that we do not have control over, okay? Now, since it's called the Uber app, navigation app, who do we blame when the Uber app, navigation app, takes us in a dark alley when we're supposed to be going down the street? And the passengers is in a rush to go to work, or it's time sensitive to pick up their child from the daycare. So now you got a passenger that's upset. So who do they rate? Do they rate Uber? Or do they rate the person that's behind the wheel of a vehicle who accepted the request? Is situations like that, it needs to be adjusted. It needs to be fixed. It just needs to be fixed. You know, if you're going to like mandate in a sense, oh, in order for you to do this multiple stop thing, you have to be using the Uber navigation app, then that app should be up to par. Whereas you as the driver and as the passenger will not have a conflict of interest. And now they're late, and now they got to pay $25 because now they're 3 minutes, 5, 10 minutes late because the navigation. Like, really? I don't like when it comes to that. I really don't. I don't like it when we as the drivers, I'm sorry, I'm moving this around, guys. When we as the driver, everybody got their Dramamine? Got your Dramamine on board? Ooh. Oh, let me stop. Somebody might get dizzy. And they drive it in the car, the Uber car too. Goodness gracious, that'd be a mess. $150, no. But yeah, so that's a concern for me. That's a concern for me. I think Uber, if you're listening, you need to look at the glitches in your navigation. And I mean, and see, the sad part about, really, the saddest part about it is when you have passengers who don't understand that systems have to be updated. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it's better. I don't know. I'm definitely going to give it a try. I'm going on based upon what passengers have told me when they would get in the vehicle, and they'll say, oh, you use Waze? Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I use. And a lot of them are saying, you using Waze? I said, yeah. And they said, cool, because that'll try to get you away from traffic. Now, Uber they having some issues with this upfront pricing with customers. I had a couple customers to talk to me about it. And one lady in particular, she was very upset because she was telling me turn by turn which way to go. Cut the time in less than 5 minutes, okay? Difference from what was in the app in terms of destination. And she looked at her app, and she said, they charged me for the highest amount. And we got here in less time. Because, you know, like, she was getting the least to the most. She was getting charged for the most, but she got there in a short time. Yeah, it's a suitcase going on with that. Just had a ride as soon as he got in my car. He says he's late. Although it took me 1 minute to get, oh my God, to get him to 3 minutes for him to, what? I know it. You know what, Larry, let me tell you. Yeah, and they don't own it. Now it's your fault, Larry. Okay, you're gonna make me late because I'm here in the car. Yeah, it took me 3 minutes to get into your car, and it only took you a minute to get here. But I mean, I wasn't expecting you to be here that soon. I know, right, Larry? You're right about that. You know, they putting pressure on you now. It's like you're on the field. The quarterback throw you the ball, and he overthrew it, and now you fumbled. You couldn't get it. Whose fault is this now? Like, are you gonna? I mean, put the blame where the blame really is supposed to be. You're gonna go through things like that with some of the passengers, and you as a driver, you gotta, be calm. Do what you can do. Don't break no laws because Popo is coming after you. They're going to ask for your license, please. Okay, just Larry here. Mm-hmm. Your address. Mm-hmm. Sir, do you know why I stopped you? No. Meanwhile, you got a passenger in the back. Yeah, exactly. You got a passenger in the back. Are they going to say, oh, officer, I'm so sorry. It's not his fault. It's not her fault. I was just asking her to run that red light because I'm late for work. You had to kick people out the other day. So these are real scenarios, this. So you have to, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you are the responsible one behind that wheel of that car. The insurance is in your name. You're paying the car payments if you have car payments. You have the license for that vehicle. You're paying for registrations and all this and that. People might huff. They might puff. But it can't blow your house down because you're in your car. However that goes for a car. You got to take care of business for you. Yes, it can get heated sometimes because you're in that small space, a car or vehicle, whatever. Really, Larry? You said there was something wrong with you that day because you didn't do You were having a good day. He was the one that you let pass that day. You got to give a free pass. You got to give a free pass at least once a day, okay? You know what? I'm going to let that one go. Yes, I'm going to let it go. But you have a great day, okay? Yeah. Oh my gosh, they did? Oh. Wow, how did that work out for you? Excuse me, guys. Why did they? Now let me go back. Oh, the people you did. Oh, okay. So you're saying what was wrong with you that day because that's not something you normally do. Okay. What happened? Oh, see, and that's another thing. When it comes to that email from people talking about that one driver experience. Okay, so you get to the destination. Okay. Larry's telling us the story, his experience. Yeah. My thing is this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be totally honest like I always am. I've been doing Uber and Lyft for over a year. I haven't had not one incident, I'm thinking, that has happened that will cause me not to do Uber and Lyft. I talk about the scenarios, the what if. But you got to keep in mind, I live with anxiety and panic attacks. So my thoughts might just be like, out there. I just don't know. So, excuse me, guys. But I haven't had a situation that will cause me not to do it again. So, yeah, it's not bad. Let me see what Larry's saying. Okay. Oh, no. Here I am with the thing. Oh, my gosh, Rudy, dog. How are you? Rudy. Yeah. I can't. Oh, my goodness. Some kind of hall. So I get there and I'm outside, nobody outside. It's like 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. See right there, Larry, I'll be like making sure all the doors are locked. Rough. I know. How are you doing? Larry telling us about one of his experience. He had to he had to do some exiting vehicle situation. The streets. Oh, wow. And only a U-turn back up. Oh, goodness. It sounded like it was creepy. Oh, my gosh, guys. This is real experience, okay? Larry is not just making this up. When we come on here and we talk, these are real drivers who's sharing their experience. And the bottom line is we're still doing it. You know what I mean? So as I'm creeping from the side, banging on my back window. What? Allergy attack. You had an allergy attack? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Rudy? Oh my gosh. Is that with the rough? Okay. Sorry to hear that. Man, I tell you. Oh my gosh. Did you have your the medicine, or you didn't have your medicine? Was this an allergic reaction to something that you weren't aware of? Or was it because of the changing of the weather? It's so much going on out there, guys, let me tell you. Now, see, that would creep me out right there, Larry. For one, it's 2 a.m. It's like a dark, creepy place. You can't, like, just exit, hit 50, 60, 80, and just get up out of there. You got to turn around and all this and that, you know. Oop, I think I ran over somebody's trash can. You know, you can't just... Yeah, that would be very, very interesting for me. I know. Hey, Rudy, let me tell you. I just got it like that. I'm gonna have to introduce you to the system. You know how Uber has self-driving vehicles? Don't even try. I'm just what? Yeah. Okay, so Okay, so you put your window down. You close him out, but open the door before I can sell. So he get in and said to me, he did, yeah. Oh, did you have to bang on the window? Yeah, just like that. What? He apologized, mind you. Oh, he wasn't even the account holder. Another flag. 2 a.m. Can't just zoom out of the place. Okay? Banging on the door. All right? He's not on the account. Okay. Yeah, the guy wasn't the account holder. The girl was. Okay. Yeah. See, that will bring concern. Oh, because of the weather change, Rudy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Larry. How? Like, what else happened? That happened to me, Rudy, like maybe 2 weeks before I caught the flu, sinus, allergy. It's respiratory for me. Yeah. So the doctor put me on steroids, put me on antibiotics. I have a inhaler. Then I said, it's about to be okay. He said no and apologized like he's so good at. Okay, so she said, yeah, I can walk. I said, you sure can get the what? Ooh. And Janet, do that. Don't let no one convince you otherwise. Stick with what's comfortable for you right now. And when you're ready to come out the box, like I did a couple months ago, I had never been to the airport parking lot to sit and wait for a ride, and I've done it. I came out the box, I did a video on it. And I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I did it at my pace. I could not do it at anyone else's pace. I had to do it at my pace because I am the one who has to deal with everything that you have to deal with when you're there at the airport. So I had to make sure that I was ready. And once I was ready, I was there. Okay? I was there, and I've had some great rides. It went fantastic with the airport. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, Janet, it's a different world. Here in Baltimore, it's a different world. Then 12 that day, Uber sent me an email saying somebody reported me for hostility and intimidation. Hostility and intimidation, the nerve of them. Did you give Uber a nice email and give them details on it's dark, you're like in a one-way street, okay? somebody come out the blue, a male come out the blue, banging on the back of your window, okay? And he's not the account holder. What? Did you give them that email? Isn't that something? Hostile. He was hostile. That's hostile. Intimidating. You're getting in a person's car after you done knocked on the door, on their banged, not knocked, but banged on their window at that. I mean, come on. I replied and said, of course they did. Oh, the people I kicked out for banging on my window and slamming my door. Good job. Hey, Savvy Dad, how are you doing? I've been sick with the flu, allergy, sinus. I don't know. This is the first day that I felt really good, and has it been 2 weeks? I know I didn't go to church last Sunday. So, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Uber said I didn't have to reply back. They're not going to do anything to my account, just letting me know it was a report made. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But you know what? Uber said all my good reviews, so they already knew. Okay, that's good. However, I will still report anyway because you want a paper trail. Because you want a paper trail. Because if something happens and then the judge say, so did you send Uber an email in reference to the situation? Well, no, because when I sent them an email before, they said I didn't need to do anything. And then, okay, you're going to need that information to back up. And then the judge can say, is this standard practice? Okay, Tita, when it comes to a situation with the passenger in the car, now, you know how when you rate the passenger, if you feel that they earned a 3 or 2 or 1, then another page will come up, an area where you can actually explain why you gave that particular rating. Good job, Larry. Keep doing that because you got to cover yourself. We're out here as independent contractors, and Uber is a business. And if Uber lawyers and attorneys can, find a little loophole where the business is not going to be accountable, guess who will be? You. Yeah. So I think it's just safe practice, Okay, what did you find out? You guys see what Larry's talking about? I know those who are going to watch this video after it's all over with, you miss out on a lot when I do my live because the drivers that comes on, even taxi drivers or people passing through, there's information that is shared that it's not going to be in the comment areas because this is live. So, yeah. I couldn't rate them and they couldn't rate me if you cancel a trip. Right. Oh, right away. Thank you, Tita. I'm glad because that's the reason that, we as drivers, we help each other out because we all have different experiences and some of us have similar, the same one, but live in different states. If you start a trip and then cancel the passenger. Right. Yeah. Right. So, yeah. It's you got to utilize the features, like Uber gives us features to use that the passengers can use in terms of driving and so on and so forth. We as drivers have features that we can use because it's always A, B, and C when it comes to business. A, the business. B, you. No, the customer. And C, you. Right. And that saves you. That does save you. You're right about that, Larry. Absolutely. Savvy Dad, have you been to the airport? And thank you. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. But Savvy Dad, have you been to the airport? Right, because there's no trip. I have. I've been doing this over a year. I said like a year and 5 months or whatever. Oh, not driving yet? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Are you going to go to Virginia to get that done? Somebody was telling me there's a place in Virginia. I think it was Tadis. You can get it done for like $15. I don't know how true it is. I haven't been, but I do trust his word. Well, you know what, Janet, if I remember correctly, in Florida, they so you can't. Yeah, come all the way to Virginia from California. Absolutely. They didn't charge me in Virginia for mine. Oh, they didn't? Awesome, Tita. Southern California. Oh, Savvy Dad, you got me. Um, Janet, all right, two things I heard in reference to Florida. You don't have to get the inspection, but then I was told that they're planning on implementing it. So I don't know if you're in that area where it's not implemented yet. So if you're not getting any emails or any kind of notifications to say, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that, go with the flow. But when it comes to the inspection, what they do here is they put your car up on the lift, check your brakes, make sure it's within a certain guideline, your tire pressure, no check engine light is on, no, what is that? What else they did? Oh, I don't have it in here with me. It's a checkpoint system, and then it's a pass or fail. And here in Maryland, in Baltimore, they actually send my inspection report to Motor Vehicle Administration, and they do that every year because I'm actually getting it done from the official Maryland inspection places, whereas there are some mechanic shops that are authorized to do Maryland inspections, but they don't report it. Now mine reports it, also send me an email, and I asked him for a hard copy. Other places, like, they would just give you a hard copy and they don't report it. Some places I've heard you can give them $100, you passed. Looking good, man. You're looking good. I don't know where that voice came from, but okay. So, it's one of those things. I have rideshare insurance. We don't have state requirement inspection here. Okay, Janet, cool. Go with the flow. It's just think about it. It's an expense that you don't have to worry about. Some people can get it done for free. Like Tita told us she got hers done. They didn't charge her anything in Virginia. I paid like $80 for mine. My first inspection was like $75. I had it here in Baltimore. Done. Right, and Larry is in Connecticut and he doesn't have to do it. So it's money that you guys can keep in your pockets, let me tell you. Yeah, I have rideshare insurance. What I did, I've been with my auto insurance company for a while, And I talked to my agent and I told her hypothetically, uh, if I was doing Uber and Lyft, how much different it would be for me. And she told me, and the price was affordable for me. And yeah, and I went with the flow with that. I think it's important to have to protect yourself. Um, I don't want to say, even if you're doing this part time, you don't need it, because you do need it, and I do it part time because, like regular insurance, you just don't know when an accident is going to happen. Of course, if we knew, we probably wouldn't drive that day, or we would be extra cautious. We're already cautious, but we're going to be extra cautious now, looking at the time, what color the person had on, who was present at the light at the time, so we can intercept that accident and it not happen. But we don't have foresight with that, so it's better to have that little cushion, because you never know. You really never know. You never know. I would not say don't get insurance. That wouldn't be right. It really wouldn't be right. That can be the very time you take that drive and boom, bam, and you know. And there's another thing I wanted to address as Uber and Lyft drivers. A lot of passengers know that Uber has up to $1 million insurance policy that covers the passenger. Um, so sometimes some passengers are coming in thinking, if I get in an accident right about now, wait, maybe 3 months, 6 months, I can have a check. I can pay my car off and get my engine fixed. I can maybe even put a down payment on a house. Saw this bag I want. Saw some shoes I want to buy. Christmas time, yeah, I'll get a check in the mail around Christmas time. So they may say to you, go through that light. They may say to you, make that right turn when it says no right turn on red. They might say to you, can you speed up? You know what I mean? And if you go your regular, cautious speed, maybe you would not have met up with that. Boom. It could have been, you see what I'm saying? Timing is everything. And you want to be cautious behind the wheel, because there are some people, it's their profession to get in accidents, if not every month, every other month. This is how they live. And they know every 3 months or so, according to the case, that there's a check coming consistently. They use their head, their back, their shoulder, whatever, to get that money. And some people will pay a person cash at the scene of an accident just to wipe everything clean. So it's one of those things. It's like we are movie stars. We are movie stars, because people see us and say, $1 million? Really? That's how they eat. Right, that's how they eat. Did you see me? I was like, Right, that's how they eat. Yeah, yeah. This is their career, and I was yeah. Oh my gosh, Judy, how are you? How are things going? Right, getting in accidents. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Did you get an email in reference to the new features that is coming out for the drivers and the passengers? I got one here in Baltimore. Janet, 5112, I want to say. Oh, not yet. Okay, Janet in Florida got it. So things are coming down the tubes. Some changes. So yeah, we just got to see how it's going to go. And I don't know if you played the video back, Judy, but it's in reference to the passenger having up to 2 stops. Oh, you got something about tips? Oh, I didn't get, look. Oh, what did they say, Janet? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Look, this whole thing. Oh my gosh, I tell you. Let me see if I can get this way. Let me see if I see anything about tips. No. It was a week or so ago, but it said customers will start to be asked if they want to add tips. Oh, they're going to be asked. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you like the cheetah? Yeah. It's cheetah and oh, what is it? Leopard. The cheetah print is even my bedding is sad, I know, right? But the cheetah, look, I'm great. Talk about patterns. See how the cheetah print has the little brown spot? That's the cheetah. The leopard print doesn't have the brown spots in the thing. if I remember it correctly, the brown spots, brown color surrounded by the black, that's cheetah. And then when this doesn't have the black, the brown inside surrounded by the black, that's the leopard. Let's see. I know. It's a pattern that I like. I don't know why, but I like it. And Larry said something. That evening I got into that little thing with those riders. Uber sent me a ride 50 miles. What? 50 miles, 68 minutes. And I said, guess I'm not in the dog. I know that's right. I know you're not in the doghouse at all. Yeah, my bedding is the same. And my steering wheel in my car, the cover. Yeah, I don't know. I guess not. That was some nice money right there. See, I'm telling you guys, if Uber see your dedication, from my experience, because you're gonna have some drivers and say, I've been doing this and that Uber, and and that could be true. That I cannot lie. That could be true. But I have seen Uber do some extraordinary things with certain drivers. Oh my goodness, there is Glenda. How are you doing? I'm quite sure you got the email that we're talking about, the multiple stops. I was going to recap on that again to see if to give Judy some info. You're okay. I'm glad to hear that. I was going to give Judy some updates on it. So what it means is that, okay, all right, Judy, you got it? Okay. What are your thoughts on it, Glenda? So Judy, it's like, okay, you're driving. I'm in the back seat. I got my bag. I'm just like, my driver is here. Okay, so I get in the car. Yes, I am. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. So I get in the car from work. Sit in the car. Nice cars. Ooh, I'm just enjoying myself. There you go. Yep. You see it right there. I didn't make it up. And he's in Connecticut. I'm in Baltimore. It happens. It is happening. Okay. So I get into the car. Janet is my driver. And so she see my my next stop. So it's in there. I want to go to the grocery store. Granted, the stop should be under 3 minutes. So she goes into the grocery store. There you go, Glenda. That's what I was saying earlier. I said I've been doing this for over a year and 5 or 6 months, something like that. I haven't had an experience that would just cause me to just say delete app, delete. Things happens, but I've learned from them. I learned about myself. Some things I wouldn't want to experience again, but nothing so traumatic that I would just be like, forget rideshare. What? Like using rideshare as a four-letter word, like, is a bad thing. No, it's a nice way to make some quick money. If Uber see you out there and you're dedicated, you're out there different hours of the night, you'd be surprised. Certain rides that you would have to pick up and certain monies and certain tips that you end up getting. I'm just saying, is if they see you out there, they know you, they know your rating and all that kind of stuff. They seen what you can do. You would even get text messages. Yeah, that's that's what I was talking about. It's like, okay, let's say you can pick up the mother from the job to take her to pick up her daughter from the daycare, but you don't have time to take them from the daycare to take her to the second stop, which is to the grandmother's house, and then take the mother home. So it's like you have to be able to cancel a ride or something, a stop. You should be able to cancel a stop, because think about it. Remember the previous the previous email saying that Uber will alert us if the ride will take 45 minutes or something like that? Is this one of those situations that they will alert you that this particular passenger has 2 stops? And you don't know the distance of the stop. You don't know where it's going to actually be until after you pick the person up, you take them to the first stop, you confirm that. Then when they go do what they have to do, come back, has to be no more than 3 minutes. They get back in the car. Okay, ready to go to the next destination. Okay, start trip. Go to the next destination. The next stop. It's not destination. Next stop. So we're going to have pickup or arrival. Okay. Arrival, stop, destination. That's the way it's going to go. So where before we just did arrival and destination. Arrival and destination. So now is arrival, stop, destination. Some of us as drivers, we've been doing this, taking letting the passenger go to a 7-Eleven on the way to their destination. So now it's more uniformed, It's another one of Uber. Yeah, I mean, I see, for me, I look at the driver's side, I look at the rider's side. I think it's a wonderful idea that a person can be picked up. I'm just looking at it at the big picture. Picked up on time, taken to a stop, guaranteed, for one, safe and in a timely manner, and it's guaranteed. To going to another stop, guaranteed, within a time frame, safe, and then go to the destination. I can see many people from work, go to the daycare, pick up my daughter, pick up my son. I gotta run to the grocery store before I get home. I see it already. My concern about the grocery store is, can you get out the grocery store in 3 minutes? Not all of them. Not a lot of them. Yeah, that's the issue. Okay, when I was 4.92 stars, driver a couple months ago. Oh, yeah. Mine is 4 point. I don't know. It was 4.81 or 4. I don't know. I'm not a 5.0. Have I ever been a 4.9? I don't know. And I've gotten some new passengers. It was the first time, and I was like, welcome to Uber, and, They put on the charm, and I welcome them as I would want to be welcomed. And keep in mind, everybody's not for it. Like, whatever, just drive, please, or maybe not even please, just drive. Turn the radio down, turn it off, drive. I've had business people in the back on their laptop. I love it. I'm like this. If you're okay, I'm okay. If you have a problem, now I'm going to have a problem. So we're going to have to work this out. Well, they do. They do have to. Is it for three? Janet, I think it is for three because I remember. Well, no, I did a one for that particular passenger. Yes, exactly. It's something about you as the driver, and you have the first, the new, like the Uber passenger is having their first Uber experience with you. Keep in mind, you're representing the company. I mean, really, you're representing the company. I know. It's one of those things. It's like you can be crisp, starched and, you know, put together, and from what you're gathering for yourself, oh, this is good service here. This is 5 stars here. Nothing but 5 stars. But for some other passengers, your 5-star rating is not equivalent to their 5-star rating. So, for one, Uber has laid the foundation of what 5-star means. I do. I use a webcam. I've been using it since I vlog. I haven't. If anything, I got another one in my vehicle. I had one, then I upgraded, and then upgraded again. I believe every driver should have a webcam. Now here in Maryland, a lot of passengers, they would say it's illegal to record them. It's not illegal. According to what I looked up, it says if it's a video recording, yes. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, Judy. Yes, it does stay on. It stays on. Like with mine, it's plugged into my car charger. So I have it set. So when I turn the car off, it goes off. When I turn the car on, it automatically goes on. And it is on a loop. Right. If there's no events, anything happen, get rid of it. No need to keep all that on your card. I think every driver should have one. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Oh, see. Now, and I also got a sign that I ordered from Amazon. It's saying that this vehicle is under a surveillance video recording. So, I mean, I have it in the window so they can see it, but I also have it like on the back console. Where's keep telling me how nice my car is. Had a beautiful about the weather, a good conversation about the weather, getting his wife a car. Okay, I was 4.9. Now all of a sudden 4.8. Yeah, it really is a unfortunate thing. Yeah, because according to their standard of 5 stars, you're not it. Because they're saying 5 stars. In order for me to give a person 5 stars, they're going to open my door, they're going to close my door, they're going to offer me Perrier or the water that I drink. Not this bottled stuff, in the plastic, things of that nature. And they don't have the mints that I eat, things of that nature. So I think it's very, very unfair. He said maybe you need to upgrade yours. But no, Judy, you might have the settings, the options in your settings that you can set it to uh, either to stay on or to turn on when the car is on and go off when the car is not on. So I have mine in the window so they see it for one, and then I have the sign in the back. I had one passenger to tell me, it's illegal to be recording people without their knowledge. I said, well, it's in the front window so that everybody can see. And she was hunched down in the back of in the back passenger seat behind me, so you couldn't even see her. I said, my camera is for if anyone comes in my space up here, because there's no reason for a passenger to be in my space where I'm driving. And so, I don't know if she understood it or not, but sometimes you have to educate people. If someone goes in front of a car. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Janet. Yeah, I got mine from Amazon. Yeah. And so here in Maryland, you can record individuals. You can record individuals if you are in the recording, the video recording, and then you can record people as long as you're in the recording, the voice recording. So when people say you can't record them, according to the Maryland laws, we can, as long as you're being recorded at the same time. Yeah, definitely look into it. And yeah, you gotta be careful. Oh my gosh, just one driver, he was downtown at night. Yeah, and check your laws there. Exactly. He was because just remember, you are $1 million stars. So if passengers can come after you to get any kind of money, just know you have $1 million star on you. You're famous, okay? People are after you. You're on the most wanted list. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. So there was something I was going to say. That cough took it away. It just went. Yeah. So definitely check your laws in your state for voice recording and video recording. And you got to protect yourself. Oh, I know that's what I was going to say. Thank you, Jesus. There was a driver, Uber driver. He was downtown. And he was driving. And it was a few men, intoxicated or nice, tipsy, however that goes. They walked out into the street. And one guy hit him. So you have a male hitting the side of the car. So, one, he didn't have a camera. Two, he didn't have a camera. Three, he didn't have a camera. And four, his friends took him and they walked away. But let's say they felt like, that $1 million itch. And say, Uber, $1 million. Did I hit the car or did he hit me? You have the driver. And you have the person who was hit and two of his friends. Look at that ratio. And then in some situations, a black male driver, 3 male Caucasian drivers. I'm just being real with it. Thank God nothing became of it. So I would say if you can have a camera in your vehicle, in your state, by all means get it. Mine was, this is my third one. I had a Pro, the small ones. It was so cute. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, it was so cute and it fell apart. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you have to protect yourself because whenever an incident happens, it's going to be you and the passenger. Those two. And the truth lies between these two. But like when you go in, what is it? You're not guilty until you're proven guilty. Well, in some cases, you're guilty before you're proven guilty, but I'm not talking about that now. But when you go before the judge, you have to prove your case. It's like, okay, driver A, passenger B. Driver, prove to me, the judge, that you weren't in fault. So then we ask the driver, what is it that you have? What facts do you have? What facts do you have, driver, that will prove that you was not in fault? I got some paper here folded up in the pocket. On this day, water rings around it. Then the passenger is like, I don't want to use that finger. Okay, the passenger, prove that you are not guilty. Prove facts. What is it that you have? Well, Your Honor, on this particular day, I'm pulling up my account. On this particular day, this particular time, at this particular location, driver Michelle picked me up at such time while we were on our way to destination such and such and such and such. She ran into a car. Driver. Well, on this day, I got a request, and on the navigation part, it said I picked them up at this location, but it wasn't on that location. And it says I dropped them off at this location, but it wasn't on that location. So, driver, where did you actually drop Miss So-and-so off? Well, according to the navigation on the app here, it says that I dropped them off at 25th Street. But the address was actually 2501. But driver, we don't see that. We don't have any proof of that. Look at your trip. Like once you take a trip, once you accept the request, and you do the pick up and drop off, go under your trips, tap on it, and it'll give you a little window that will have I think it's like a green and a red dot with the line pick up, drop off, and right underneath it. It doesn't give you exact address. It doesn't give you an exact address. Also, when you go back to your Waze history, it doesn't give exact address. It gives you 100 block, 500 block to 600 block of such a street. Check it out and see. Maybe it's just my Waze app. Check it out on yourself. Savvy Dad had to put in all caps. Are you yelling? Do you do food delivery? I do. Sometimes I do. To be honest, I use the service more than I actually do the service. Yes. See, I like to do passenger point of view and driver point of view. I like to do Uber Eats driver point of view and Uber Eats customer delivery. And you guys should try that too. And then some might say, I ain't trying to give Uber my money. I'm trying to make money from Uber. I'm not trying to give money. I understand that. I do. But I like the comparison, man. I do. Oh my gosh, I do. It's so convenient. And by default, a lot of people might not know this. On the Uber Eats app, by default, is door-to-door delivery. The customer will actually have to change it to say, like, they will come out to the car. It says, come out to the car, or door-to-door. And they will have to change it. If they don't change it, is automatically a door-to-door. On the app, you see a black window, and you see a charked out door, like in white, and it's open, and it stands for door-to-door. And they're saying 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, boom. If they pull up in front of your house, you're right there at the door. You reach your hand out, you grab your things. Thank you so much. Speaking of Uber Eats, let me tell you, this guy, man, he was sharp. He was sharp, okay? He got out of the maybe 2017 Ford Explorer, black on black. He had a white linen, pure white linen shirt, long sleeves. You know how linen can wrinkle up and stuff like that. And you can tell these were expensive blue jeans. And he had suede blue shoes on, dress shoes. Man, I was... What? So, his outfit looked to me was maybe $300, $400 from the shirt, jeans, and the suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Is that Elvis? I'm just saying. So, you'd be surprised who will come to your door. You just be surprised. I've seen a man come, he had what they call dirty blonde hair. Blew out so nice, it just was flowing in the air as he was coming up the stairs. Exactly, Tita, exactly. And his hair was just blowing in the wind. He got out of a convertible. He had his khaki shorts on, his Oxford shirt, you know, see his chest, beautiful tan, and he was just like so chill, like so like hey, how you doing? You know, that kind of thing. I'm like, well, hi, how are you? He's like, okay, and here's your food, Michelle, and you have a great day. I said, well, so and so, and you have a fantastic day. And he just so it's not always curlers, scarves, or bonnets, and you know, I have yeah. Kimberly, how are you? Driving, just wanted to say hi. Oh, okay, that's right, safety first, girl. Kimberly is on her grind, guys. Go ahead, you making it happen. All is well, Dad. Yeah, so it's like you just never know who's going to come to your door. You just never know. You really don't. And I enjoy receiving the food. I can't lie, guys. I do. I enjoy taking the app and looking at. I can be anywhere. I can be in any location, and at the top of the app it says delivery to, and I put in my address wherever I am, where I want the food delivered to, and then it will give me a selection of particular restaurants in that particular area. They have some that's listed under 30 minutes away. Then you have some that might be 35, about 50 minutes. I haven't seen over 50 minutes. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, if you guys haven't used Uber Eats, try it out. Try it out. The first order is they give you a discount. They're doing great right now. Absolutely. Okay, my prayers are with you, Kimberly. You guys keep Kimberly's father in prayer. You know, and she's, you know, strong woman, you know, handling her business and responsibility. And Uber and Lyft is, with God's help, is making this happen for her, you know. So that's a good thing. And she's a chef. So if you guys have any special orders, definitely check her out. Oh, wow. Kimberly, see on the live, and she's driving, so she really can't write anything down. Well, okay. Kimberly, whenever you can, if you want to put your information in for your business. Oh, my gosh. Is that Tanya Jackson? Oh, how are you, Tanya? It's been a long time. Oh my gosh, how are you? Yeah, Kimberly, so whenever you want or can, you know, you can feel free to put in a comment any information about your business, the catering, being a chef and things of that nature. Okay. Um, oh, I'm doing much better. Oh my gosh, I tell you, this allergy, flu, sinus. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to wish it on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't, because it's so. It's just so. Ugh. But yeah, if you use Uber Eats for the first time, and if you want, you can use my code, and you will get money off, and get your first order and experience as a customer. So when you are delivering to a customer, you kind of sort of have some type of engagement there, some type of, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good restaurant you ordered from. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh, have you tried this so and so? Next thing you know, girl, I just ordered that. And next thing, connection, tip, and be genuine with it. You know how some people, they can play those games to get that money out you. I mean, you holding it like this, and they play. Oh my gosh, manipulation of the mind control. Next thing you know, you're just like, yeah, really. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. A lot of people has, absolutely. Oh my gosh, what? Where have you been to the point I don't even remember seeing your name? What, Vegan E? Hey, long time. So do you ever just put on house slippers to drive in? I am so guilty of that. I sometimes like to drive comfy. Oh, with the late night. Oh, absolutely. Let's see. See, I have Skechers slippers. So that's like indoor, outdoor. So yeah, I wouldn't wear my indoor slippers outdoors, because you got rocks, you got mud, you got glass. You know what I mean? And the soles is not made for that type of surface. So yeah, I would wear my indoor, outdoor slippers there. Jammies. Yeah, I got some jammies that looks like a two-piece sweatsuit kind of thing. Nothing obvious as, oh, she got her PJs on. Nothing like that. But yeah, you want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable. But from these particular guys, I guess that's how they dress, I guess. I mean, some people, I have a good friend, when he is off from work, you think he's going somewhere. He's not even going nowhere. And he's dressed from head to toe. Head to toe, as if he's about to go somewhere. I guess it's like, it's better to be ready than have to get ready if you have to go somewhere. I don't know. But I take leisure time, as you can see. When it's leisure time, I'm dressing leisurely, if that's a word. If not, I invented it, and you feel free to use it. But yeah, if I was you guys, I would use Uber. And even if you have a friend, and you say, hey, I'm going to need you to pick me up such time, and you give the money to her or him and experience it. But I think it would be different if it's a stranger, because you're getting it firsthand, as if there's a passenger coming in your car. You both are strangers. You see what I'm saying? You have your slippers on? To each his own, I mean, the thing is, you have to be comfortable, and you want to be safe. But you want to be presentable. I've seen, oh my gosh, I was in, what is it? Gaithersburg, Maryland. I had a ride from Glen Burnie to there. Sometimes, I understand, Tanya, I hear you. I know, because when I met you at the airport, I believe you had tennis on. Yes, Gaithersburg, Maryland. There you go. First time I've been so far away. Okay, this was in my early years of Uber and Lyfting. So I picked this. I think he was Puerto Rican, and he was here working as a contractor, because sometimes they go to different cities, different states, and they have different jobs they have to do. So he wanted to go to Gaithersburg to get some legal issues, not legal, license and everything. I guess, he had to go there. So I drove out there. I saw this dark complected man. I don't know if he was African or what. Dark complexion, hair smooth down the side, coal black, curly on the top, gold framed glasses, clean. You know how you have those like, real pretty clear glasses with the invisible lines. A pink shirt with a white collar, the high collars with a pink skinny tie. And he was driving a black on black, some type of SUV. And he was driving for Lyft at that. So from eyesight, whoa, wow, really? That's, you know what I mean? You looking like, say, he's taking this really serious, like, you know what I mean? It was maybe because of the area, and he might go back and forth to DC. Sometimes some of the Uber drivers pick up senators and so on and so forth. I don't know. I don't know if he was dressing based upon his clientele that he has, but it was very presentable to the eye. And I'm like, and I hadn't seen that. It's like he really, as if he was going to work kind of thing. Like, I mean, and you're going to work, but you understand what I'm saying? But this type of business, it's like, but he was like starched, you know, and it was nice to see. It was really nice to see. But you can dress up in this type of business. You can dress down. My thing is, you know, be presentable. I wouldn't be going with no bra on or nothing like that. I mean, you know, because I'm just saying, you don't know. Oh my gosh! And my doctor, one of my doctors that I met day before yesterday, and she said, "What kind of job do you do?" I said, "I work for Uber." She said, "You do?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You like it?" I said, "I love it. It's very interesting." She said, "I wish you was my Uber driver." And I'm like, I'm here sick. I'm wheezing. Really? oh, yeah, like, you know. And she was just talking and talking. She said, "I wish you were my Uber driver." And I said, "Oh," I said, "Okay, thanks. I really appreciate it." I'm like, "But you don't know me." She said, "I prefer a female driver." And immediately I was trying to think in my head, who can I call to connect this doctor with a female driver? Because she prefer a female driver. I don't know where she lives. You know what I mean? I was immediately thinking, who can I call and say, "Hey, there's a doctor here, so and so forth. She use Uber." You know what I mean? Kind of get a connection there. And apparently she's been having male drivers, and she's not totally safe about that. And she said, "How do you feel when you have male passengers?" I said, "It could feel uncomfortable. I understand what you're saying. Absolutely." And she was saying how in one state they were doing female driver to female passengers. I think that was in New York. Part in New York they were doing that because there was an issue in New York where the male drivers allegedly were hitting on the female passengers, you know. So it was just funny. I was just like, who can I call and hook this doctor up with in terms of business wise? And it's a female. So, I just thought that was really awesome. So I say to all of the female drivers out there, keep on Ubering, keep on lifting, because there are female passengers who want you to pick them up. They want you to take them here and there. They feel much safer. And she said, "I know women can do, things too." And I said, "Exactly. I mean, they can. It's not just the men, it's women too. You just can never underestimate people in general. And this is what I've learned in learning even more." So, but she said, "I just feel more comfortable if it's a female." And I understand what she was saying, I understand. We as women, we have our women code, just like men have their men code. And some things we can share with each other, woman to woman, that she may want to discuss at that moment, but can't because it's a male. So, yeah. So, women, get out there. Even if you don't use my code, use somebody code. Make that extra money, those bonus and referrals, and get out there, show your face, show up, because there are riders out there who hoping and praying that it's a female driver. A lot of them, when they look at who accepted it, and they see a female's face, it's like, as soon as they get in the car, and this is my personal experience, oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's a female driver, girl, they begin to tell the stories about how some of the male drivers are, not talking about the male driver, you don't understand, we're talking about experiences. And just like some male drivers, you might have female riders who hit on you and you don't feel comfortable. You got to protect yourself. You're movie stars, Uber and Lyft drivers. You have $1 million amount on you. People see not only you coming to give them a service, they see an opportunity that they can make some money off of the brand. So you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. I don't care how cute she is or he is. Don't do it. Don't do it, because they might not be really looking at you. They looking at dollar signs. And you done had your heart right down the sleeve and boop. And then now you're in court. But Your Honor, he said that he loved me. I can't, Oh my goodness. Look at here. This is Tadise. How are you? I'm doing much better. This is a good day for me. I am here, I've dealt with the allergy, the sinus, the flu. It's just a lot of things. Yeah. And so then you think, he said he loved me. So I let him drive the car so I can experience being the passenger in the back. We were doing role playing, so instead of him being the passenger, Your Honor, he was the driver and I was the passenger. And then now he done got in an accident. I don't know where those come from, but it did. Excuse me. You gotta be careful. I mean, you think about it, some men are smooth operators apart from, dealing with them with Uber and Lyft, and same with some women, The men would be like, see, Your Honor, what happened was, see, she said, and I said, and so I said, yeah. And so she said, yeah, and then I said, yeah, what it is, and yeah, and so then she took the car, and well, what happened was, we both was in the back seat, and so then, I had to stop, I had to, I had to step out for a minute, you understand, Your Honor, so then she jumped in the driver's seat and drove off and ran into, yeah, that's what happened. Come on, you imagine standing before a judge explaining that craziness? Like, no, you ain't gonna get me like that, no. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's why I haven't been here, I'll tell you. But did you get the email in reference to multiple stops to these? I just got my email today, and Janet, who's in the comment feed here, she got one too, and she lives in Florida. So it's coming around, guys. Wait for it. Yeah. So Denise, did you get the email? Yeah, so guys, you gotta be careful. Got to be careful out there, and that goes for me too. Because sometimes you can, see things ahead of time, and next thing you know, you're like, I can't believe I fell for that one. It's like, no, thank you. Yeah, so be careful out there, guys, and safety first. Handle your business. Everyone is not going to love you. Everyone not even going to like you. Okay? But everyone is not going to not stand you. Okay? So there are issues that do occur in the course of the day, no different than if you were in a brick and mortar building. You're dealing with human beings, different personalities, different walks of life, different concept. Their cognitive thinking might not be the same as yours. So these things, it's going to happen. But you, as the driver and the owner of that vehicle, you have to make the best decision for you, okay? And you have to be careful. And also, I would say, um, we're doing this because we have responsibilities. I would set a day, maybe a couple hours, and say this going into my car maintenance fund. You got to have some money set aside for the car. I know you got cell phone, you got prom. You want to, have your daughter or son have a nice prom, graduation. It's so many things in the line of groceries, or just, date night money, or just want to shop, whatever the money is. Set aside something. Either you take a certain portion out every time you get paid, put it in your Uber account, or if you have two accounts, separate it, have one for maintenance and then one for everything else. Try not to have everything in one account, so that at least you'll have some money to add to if something happens, instead of having nothing and something happens. Because with this type of gig, is unpredictable. I don't even think a psychic person couldn't tell you your events that's going to happen in the course of that day. They can't. So with that in mind, definitely try to put something away. And that's a concern for me. That is a concern for me, because I use my car for Uber and Lyft, and also for my personal use. So my car is important to me. It's I need it. It's not a want. I need it. Sure, yeah, I have an Uber account. I have a Lyft account. Do I want to just rely on that? No. When you have your own vehicle and you're so used to just going when you want and however long you want, and there's no money amount involved, you get kind of used to that. But I'm glad I do have an account, so if something happens, I will call for Uber. I've sent Ubers and Lyfts out for friends that needed them. So it does come in handy. And yeah, it's a good thing. And I also asked, when they picking up friends or something, I will ask the passenger, the friend of mine, how was the ride? How was the smell in the car? How was the car? Because I want to know, because when I give the rating, I want to make sure what I'm giving him or her is appropriate, And if there was an issue, I want to know, so that this driver will, if it's a genuine issue, of course, this driver will, act responsible. But then you have some, their scores is 4.5, 4.6, 4.0, but they're out there. They're making Uber money, so Uber will, allegedly. And you be wondering, how come they still active? How come they still activated? Makes you wonder. But they're out there. They're out there. They're out there. The computer is set up, and we're numbers. According to this computer, we're numbers and letters, long, long numbers and letters. And on the computer, that's what is being saw or seen. They know where you at. They know where your what is it? What is it called? They know how far you are from people who have the app. It's all signals. It's just, you have these cell phone towers. You have the satellite. It's signals, so they know where you are, and when your thing is, when your app is on. Okay, vegan E. Some of these passengers need. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But like I say before, it's business. And business, business is in business to make money. Yeah, they want the customers to be happy, of course, because the customers are spending the money. What? For real? Thank you. You're my yeah. Larry, you're my subscriber monitor. You know what? Maybe yeah, counter, right? You know what? Hypothetically, those who are here, if I was to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, what would be a good I'm thinking one thing I think would be great. But what would be a good gift? Would that be wood or aluminum? You got 3 strikes per day. 3 strikes, that's it. That's it. Only 3 strikes. Excuse me. 3 strikes. But what would be a good gift? Because I'm thinking about that. And I was like, what would be a good idea? So you guys gotta let me know. Give some suggestions. And then you can put it in the comment. And that way I can actually see it. But, you know, it's a business. And business is in business to make money. But respect should come to passenger and drivers. I don't think any business should be so caught up in making the money to the point they don't listen to their employees or independent contractors. And the way Uber and Lyft is set up, we are independent contractors, but / employees. Why I say that? We have policies and procedures that we have to follow that we had nothing to deal with it. We weren't at the round table. They didn't call us. You know, they didn't give us a call. Nobody sent out the memo to us. And so there are things that are being talked about that we don't know until it's coming down the tube, until it's official. And then it's an implementation attached to it, because if you don't do it, then you're not active. You're deactivated. If you don't do it, you know what I mean? So how much pull do we really have? I'll tell riders all the time when they ask me the same question. How I like driving for Uber. Yeah, it's a good experience, and luckily for us, more riders are good than bad. Absolutely. Larry, you said it, really. I may talk about majority of the people. Agreed. Yes. Yeah, you just have, and that's in that's in any neighborhood, that's in any job. I mean, that's just in churches. You have cliques. It's just, you just have that little handful that is kind of like a bad fungus. You know, it just irritates. And you have to come up with the right kind of medicine to combat it. And, and keep it moving. You know, you gotta keep it moving. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna accept the feature. I'm gonna check it out. I'm just gonna see. I got a request rider. I got a request rider. Was 4.07. I said no thanks. You fast. Oh, you was like, nah. Say, okay. That's a good example right there, Larry. How when you looked at the rating, you never met the person, never seen him or her, never had an experience with them, but you saw that rating, and it made you like, you looked at the facts, you looked at the things that was in your face, and you made your decision. And that's how a lot of passengers do for us. They look at us, they look at our face. When we took our picture, we was like, all cheesy teeth, and and with Lyft, everybody got that green background. Everybody got the green background. And with Uber, whatever background you were around, that's what's in your picture. And so they're gonna look at all that, and then they're gonna look at your rating, and then those are the facts that they have, and they can request you or not. I did see on the email that Uber expressed to the riders that they have 3 minutes for each stop. Right. That's interesting. Let's see how many. Exactly. Like I was saying earlier, okay, I found out, don't go to the grocery stores on the 1st, the 3rd, the 7th, and I think the 11th of every month, because, people are getting government checks for food stamps and stuff. So, because I would go to the grocery store, I'm like, what's going on? Like, is there something going on with the? Oh, it's 18th too. Okay. I thought maybe it was a weather alert that I missed. And I'm like, I come right in the store and I'm looking like, what is going on? I mean, lines, curved lines, carts full. I'm thinking, we were going to have some type of, when the weather is bad, it's like you go straight to the store and you buy your milk, your cheese, and, all this kind of stuff. All month long. Oh my goodness. So what do you do? How do you get your groceries? So yeah, it's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Let them have that moment. Let that store make that money. I guarantee you. But I've seen people have 2 baskets. No, not baskets. Carts full to the brim, even underneath the basket part of the cart, full. They pushing and pulling at the same time, going in the line. Let the store have that moment. That's money. All the stores and the CPA and everybody looking at this, that's money. All they see is green flying. Let them have that. Sometimes the people on the counter that deals with cigarettes and stuff, they'll, if you have a little bit, they'll take you. But yeah, sometimes around in Walmart, some of the super Walmarts. Oh my gosh, yeah. And remember in the beginning with the Walmarts, it was like you could Larry, you could go in and out with no problem. Now, they used to be 24 hours, only a few that are 24 hours. And, today's saying something. They were, now a lot of them, they close at 12 a.m. I used to enjoy going to the Walmart after 12 a.m. and just walk around. But you could take your time and, you're going to be in and out really fast. But now they close at 12, a lot of them. 12 a.m. I got a rider with a 4.0 rating. She was the best rider I got. She even gave you a $2 tip. You never, Today's, we've been saying that for a long time, haven't we? You never know. You can do a cash tip. It's going to be up to the passenger. I had one passenger said, here, I'm going to give you a cash tip, something you don't have to put on your taxes. He was a engineer. He bioengineer. Yeah, bioengineer. He said, yeah, you don't have to. He was funny. So, yeah, you can do a cash tip. They will, some people will just give you cash. So that particular thing, situation is done. Sometimes you can have a list and you just want to check it off as fast as possible. So they don't have to wait for Uber to send them the information to, you want a tip and all that kind of stuff. It's done. That is true to these. If a low rating after a while, I told him I got to admit I was kind of nervous. Oh, he told me he was going to follow. Wow, isn't that nice, Larry? He used it all over the world. And he was a black man, so it expects to have a low rating. Oh, wow. They do. A lot of drivers do faulty ratings for whatever the reason. It's like today, everybody gonna be a 2. You know? Yeah, some passengers still do the cash tip. It's easy for them. It's like, hey, it's done. I can move on. You're paid. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I wish I had more. Some would do a double. They say it. So I mean, some do because with the Uber app, it'll say you got a tip. Yeah, I remember you told me that, Larry. Yeah, you were brave on that one. I know, I know. You're like this, one eye on the road, one eye cocked. Yeah, it is great, Tita. Right, right. Yes, you can. Absolutely, to these. Oh, he was trying hard to be good. That's good. That's good. Sometimes you can't, like I always say, you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, really, you can't. You cannot. You know, you gotta be careful, and you can't be naive, but you have to respect that person. Let that person show you who they are. Let that person show you they are a 4.05. Let that person show you that they are a 3.96. I don't know. Let them show you, because it could have just been a driver and passenger incompatibility. If that's a word, good. If it's not, I made it up. Feel free to use it. So it's like a report card. You know, the teacher, you go to this teacher and the teacher say, give you a satisfaction. You go to that teacher and say, oh, I think this person, she did this and that. Did a good job. No, you cannot judge. I had someone with a 1 star. What? Do you guys see this? Vegan eat for real? 1 star? They tipped you $20. Stop it. It sound like a word to you. I know that's right, Larry. Peep. Absolutely. I have great ratings from people. You do, Tanya. Okay, so share. Give if you want to share. Give us an experience that you've had, and why do you think they gave you a good rating? Because you might find some of the drivers here saying, I do the same thing, but I only get 4 stars, you know? Vegan, that is awesome. 1 star. I've never. Where do you drive, Vegan? Are you here in Baltimore? Well, you have good conversation. Okay, well, look, Tanya, I think we all have good conversation. So, what makes your conversation better than ours? Where do you drive, Vegan E? Oh, Wisconsin. No, yeah, Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Is that right? Wisconsin? Oh. I let them start the conversation first. Okay, okay. And then you become more of a listener. You know, I do that too. Okay, okay. Well, you know what, Tanya? I tell you what, it works for you. Don't change it. Keep it going. But if it ever happens, don't be shocked. Don't turn in your U's and your pinks. Okay, don't do it. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be all right. Some like to talk about things that, yeah. It's like as soon as they get in the car and that door, girl, it's just, they just go for it. I know. Somebody said in our feed some time ago, they said how the ones that who are the most nice people, they are the ones who won't tip or give you a bad rating or something based upon their experience. But we have here Tanya letting us know she's had some very good people who she, have encountered, and they gave her good ratings. So it's an experience, guys. We all have our different experiences. Yes, they do. They tell their whole life story, and I sit and listen and give feedback. Yeah, it's nice to give feedback because if that's an indication that you're listening to them, and a person who's pouring out, that's very golden to know that you hear them. It's like you hear me, you're listening to me, and they may not never ever see you again in life. Who knows? Okay. All right, Janet. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, okay? You're welcome anytime. Okay, Tanya said this one lady had some medical issues and I could relate to her. She needed that. Wow, man. See, Tanya, see that right there. Like I said in some other videos, is what we do, honestly. I mean, honestly. And you guys know based upon the experience that you had, it's bigger than driving a person somewhere and picking them up. Those who don't see that, their minds only stops at, I'm picking a person up, I'm dropping them off. There is so much that goes on between picking up and dropping off. So much goes on between that. To the point, some passenger will get in your car at the pickup, and when they leave, they're a different person. They feel better. It's totally different. I got in my car. I said, hi. She started crying off the... What? She started crying right then and there when you said hi? Tell me how her man beat her because she was raped by 2 men. And, oh, wow. He thinks he had a threesome, then gonna ask for her number. What? Oh, my gosh. I don't remember that, Larry. It just been a while ago. Like, maybe 3 months ago or so. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Right. You did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you did. Okay. And Tanya said, "I love driving people." Did y'all hear about the Uber driver that helped a guy that was trying to commit suicide? No. Was it here? Or, like, where was it, Tanya? Yeah. It's guys. I mean, your neighbors may say whatever, your friends may say whatever, your family may say whatever, but they don't experience what you experience. Oh, it was in California. Oh my. Wow. I don't think Savvy Dad is still here. He's in Southern California. I don't know if you heard anything about that. Wow. Guys, don't, and I'm talking to myself too, because sometimes I can talk myself out of things real quick. But this type of gig or these type of encounters are bigger than just a pickup and a drop off. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that, Tanya. I'm going to Google it. Absolutely. So don't let anyone intimidate you. Yeah, they can pay us more. Oh my gosh. Yes, they can. They can. They can. But how do they gauge to pay? Do they gauge to pay by the good experience or conversation the driver and the passenger have? They have no way of engaging that other than the 5 stars. Now, bing, bing, bing. Now. What do you guys think? but still you're putting so much power in the passenger hand. But I'm just going to say it anyway. What if Uber says, if you get 5 stars, let's see, 3 5s, can we say 3 5 stars in a day? They will give you, meaning the company will give you, what, $10, $20, what? And I don't want it to necessarily have to come from the passenger, because if Uber is doing upfront pricing, then that's more on the passenger, and that can be kind of, What do you guys think? Like, if you get at least 3 5 stars in a day, that Uber or Lyft or both will give you $20. Now you got to look at the big picture. Do they tell the passenger? I would say no. Why not tell the passenger, Michelle? They're the customers. Well, the money not coming from the customers. And then you have some customers saying like, what? Extra $20? I don't think so. You don't deserve 5 a day. My ride. I gotta pay them $20, and then you gonna get an extra $20. You know, sometimes people think, So, so I don't know. I don't know about that one, but they do need to look into that. Yes, haters. Yeah, and they come in jeans, shorts, white collar, blue collar. They just people. It's like I was sharing this with you guys on the other video. How this one, I was watching a show, I think it was a show, and the guy said, I'm not going to tip. She's doing her job as a waitress. You do? Tanya, I might have to request you. Look, Tanya, maybe I need to request you to see if you are a 5-star driver. According to me. A vegan said that would be nice if they did something like that. Yeah. Like, I'll be in the back crossing my legs like, is it too firm? Oh, is it soft? Is it memory foam? Seating, Oh, is it too cold? The seats are too cold. It's too warm. Oh, it's hot down there. It's hot. Oh, as soon as I sat in this warm seat, I just had this sensation like I needed to run to the restroom. That's not a 5-star. You startled me. You were very hostile. You had me sitting without warning in a hot seat. A hot seat. I have to blow it up, Not say blow it up, but I have to amplify it. Look, I met you on here and found you and met you in person. Yes. Okay, that's awesome. What did you hear? I didn't hear anything. What did you hear? Anything new? All right, Tita. Awesome. I'm glad you did. Oh, okay now. Take care. Good night. Enjoy your Reese cups. Yeah, she's a new driver, guys. And she's doing very well. Absolutely. That's awesome. We're helpers to one another. And yes, you did meet me in person. Yes, you did. That was awesome. That really was nice. I met Kimberly in person, and I met Oh my gosh, there's a new driver. Oh, I can't think of her name. Nice young lady. She does hair too. Beautiful young lady. Okay, let's see. Today's, um, have you heard anything about the Lyft and Uber insurance? I haven't heard anything. Let me see. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the health benefits insurance. Is that what you're talking about, today's? I know we bringing people together. I know. I mean, hey, we have common interests. Look, Curly Mo Larry, Tanya Vegan Larry. Good night. Thank you. That is something. You know what I look at? I see 7 people, right, and then I only see 3 thumbs up. So it makes me wonder, like, do they not know it's free? It's okay to tap it or something? That's just a thought that comes to my mind. But anyway, if the information is good enough to get the thumbs up, I do appreciate it. Okay, so feel free to hit that thumbs up, and subscribe button is red, and then it goes into like a gray color, and then the notification, so whenever I do come on live, you automatically be. Oh, thank you, Vegan. You're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah, we have a lot in common, guys. We really do. We have, and we are living, and it's so awesome. We live in different states, but yet we can come on here and, just talk about our experience. And then someone in another state said, that happened to me. So it's like, but you live 1,000 miles away from me. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. I know that's right, Larry. Thank you. You're awesome. Larry been hanging there with me from day one. It's like I never met Larry, but when he came subscribed, it was as if when I saw his name, it was like I saw him and I was like, Larry, how are you? Sometimes you just have that good vibe with people, and it's like, wow, Larry, like, where you been, Larry? And I'm just meeting him, like, where you been, Larry Hurst? So we got along really well, and all of you guys, really. I mean, all of you guys, and who was the young guy that comes on? Jason. He'd be in school sometimes. He'll be watching the live while he's studying. I know that would be awesome, right? Wow. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Yeah, that would be wow. Can I go around New York? Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can do it. You know what? Larry, this is one thing I would love for you to experience when you're ready. I would love for one day you come on the live or any of my videos and you say, Shell, guess what I did? I drove a couple hours in New York. You know what I mean? Uber deductible is 1,000. I know. Driving around, no, it's not like New York. Some New Yorkers say we drive crazy, and some Marylanders say they drive crazy. So, Yes, if you're in an accident. Are you okay, wait a minute, let's make sure we're talking about the same thing. I heard about those prices if you're in an accident, and they will not do anything to the car until you pay that amount. Is that what we're talking about today? Well, Larry, some things that sounds really like a bad idea to a lot can be perfect for another person, for whatever the reason. Because for whatever the reason. Oh, yeah, yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah. But see, you know what? They don't tell, well, let me see. I'll put it this way. I don't think I've heard of it. Oh, you still, okay, Savvy Dad. We were talking about, there was a Uber driver who stopped a passenger for committing suicide in California. Have you heard about that, Savvy Dad? But Tadise, I don't recall I don't recall hearing about that until I met people, drivers who've been in the accidents, and then they found this out, that they had to pay a certain amount of money for the deductible before Uber or Lyft began to do any work on the vehicle. For one, from a business standpoint, they're looking at it as, okay, it's their business. This is their property. This is their car. And you haven't heard about that, Savvy Dad? Yeah, I think it was Tanya. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is crazy. Right. They are only because see, um, oh, you know what? You know what? He may count the cost after his hospital bill, the ambulance costs. Oh, it was in Florida. Oh, I thought. Oh, oops, sorry. Now look, Savvy Dad. Never mind. It was in Florida. You know what? Adrian will probably be able to answer that. Yeah, yeah. He should be able to answer that. He might have heard of it. No, wait a minute. And Janet. Oh, Janet's gone now because she was in. I think she said she was in California. Oh, okay, but it was. Oh, you were wrong. You did say California, but it's in Florida. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, yeah, that's. Keep in mind, Uber and Lyft insurance is for the benefit of the passenger. If you're on the clock, you have a passenger in your car. Now, Uber and Lyft are not going to just put out money just because. They have a guideline to which, that insurance company have a guideline to which they will pay out for. It's not just, okay, that car hit you. Okay, so now we're going to pay out. They're going to count the cost because you got hospital bills, you got property damage. Okay, so that's medical and property damage. So that's something to think about. That's a serious issue to these. It is a deep concern, because for one, that's more than what your regular insurance. I know it's more than what my regular insurance deductible is. So again, it's a business. Now, can I just keep saying it's a business, and that justify what they're doing? No, it definitely is a business, but the business needs some improvement for sure. Um, yeah, they definitely need an improvement with when it comes to that. Because you think about it, and you think about it, you think about it. When we're out here grinding, we're out here grinding for bills that we already know we have, bills that we are responsible for. We can touch that bill, in terms of the paper. We can see that. Okay, but to put money aside for maintenance and deductibles, it's like, do I pay for food or pay for medicine? Pay for food, pay for medicine. You have to look at the urgency scale, if you will. And 9 out of 10, that bill's going to get paid. You're going to just be on hope and praying that you don't get in an accident, so you won't need that money. But I say, and I know it's not easy, I'm not rich. I'm not. And I'm not putting like a bad name on myself because I'm not rich. I'm not trying to come on here and think and say like, oh my, well, bring it on. No. No, 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 no. Don't bring it on. Please don't. But I just see the urgency of, with this type of business, as you're earning money for your own responsibility, you gotta earn money to take care of the business. It's just one of those things. I don't know. Do you do right? It's like do you do a day for the business, and then like you got 7 days in a week? You got to have a day off. Or do you have to have a day off? I don't know. But it's like the bills, responsibility, business. Some kind of way we have to have a even like a balance there. Can we have a balance? I think so. One might be ahead of the other for a while, and it might balance out. Excuse me. Uber driver doing drugs online. It's an inhaler. Stop it. Just stop it. No, I don't have asthma. Ouch. But with this allergy sinus thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, let me tell you. Look. Have you guys seen the neti potty? You guys know what that is, right? Let me show you something. This gadget here is the one seen on television. I know this is off subject. And this the little caddy. And those are some of the saline packs, right? I'm gonna have to use this again tonight. But you fill this up with water to the fill lines. Like, what's this lady talking about? Right. Yeah. See. Right. So you see. Then it's like, okay, so where's the money gonna come from for the business? To put into the business, because it is our business. Yeah, they need to change it. They do. They do. One side is like Lyft pays you more per ride, but then if you get in an accident, it's like, I guess they feel like, hey, look, we pay you more than Uber, so okay, our deductible gonna be higher. You should be able to afford $2,500. Yeah, so I mean, Uber and Lyft, it can take care of some things, depending on how often you do it. And it's a good thing that you do have another job. I don't just rely on Uber myself or Lyft, but I'm glad it's there. It's something that I can count on. See, this is the neti potty. Yes, Lyft does pay more than Uber per ride. And when you're in DC, the riders, you get paid more from DC. A trip that might be $3.37 here in Baltimore would be like $6, $7 in DC. That time that I was there, it was during the Women March, and oh my gosh, man, I cleaned up within a couple hours. But my mind frame was like, okay, gotta watch the red lights. I gotta watch the police. So you can get a big ticket. While I was making money, I was making sure that the money that I was making was not gonna have to go to a ticket and all that kind of foolishness, because I was there to make money for other reasons. All right, okay, you take care, Larry. Okay. Yeah, take care. Yeah, I'm gonna use this tonight. I got it from Amazon. It was like $100. And yeah, this is, if you have any sinus infections or sinus issues, get one of these. It takes some time getting used to, but this is a good thing to have. It cleans your sinus. The icky stuff goes down in here. I know, got off subject. But yeah, so, ooh, there was water in it. Where did it come from? Oh no, I didn't drain it right. Okay, so the thing is, I just spilled water out. But yeah, you got to Do what you can do, but keep in mind it is a business, and you have to set yourself up for the possibilities. Now, for some of the ones who've been in accidents and Uber and Lyft is their main source of income, that's devastating. And if they have not put anything aside, Lyft pay more when in terms of Uber takes out is at 35%, and Lyft takes out 25 or 20, or is Uber 25 and Lyft is 20, according to the percentage. That's how come you get paid more with Lyft. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's based upon the percentage to these. Let's say Uber's taking out 35%, right, from a ride, a fare, and you get the $3.37. But then if it was Lyft, it might be $4 or maybe $5. That kind. When it comes to that, the percentage part that they pay, that you get paid more because they take out less. They want less percentage wise from the drivers. And that holds true. I see that when I do the different early morning runs for Lyft. I can easily get $60 in less than an hour or 2 hours, easily, because for one, it's during a prime time. I'm in the zone. They have certain zones that pays 20%, 30% per ride. Well, it's changing. It's changing. I don't know if you pay attention to the zone for downtown. Many months ago, you would see Uber in the blue, Uber all down there at a certain time in the morning. Now, you have on the Lyft app, in those same areas where Uber used to dominate, Lyft wants drivers down there. They're being requested in that area. And I've met plenty of riders who have deactivated their Uber app once the issues begin to come to play. And then the upfront pricing and stuff like that. So a lot of people were deleting their app. You're going to use Lyft tomorrow morning? In terms of their service, or because you're not saying you're going to do Lyft, you say you're going to use it. And you know what, you can do the experiment yourself. If you have a Lyft app and an Uber app, by comparison, side by side. Oh, okay, yeah. By comparison, you can look at the time, the distance, how many rides you got compared to Uber time and distance, and how many rides you did. And you can see it for yourself to these. Right, your own personal information right there. There's a difference. Sometimes I got to do a double take when I'm doing Lyft. I'm like, what? When I see the amount going up, and then you can cash out with Uber and Lyft. I don't always do it, but sometimes I do. And it's not a bad thing. So yeah, excuse me, I'm yawning. So yeah, Tadise, check it out. But those are concerns for me too. Yeah, check it out. Those are concerns for me, and I try not to become overwhelmed with it because it's a possibility. I do pray, even if I'm not driving for Uber and Lyft, I don't want to hit anybody. I don't want anybody to hit me. But if I have to get in an accident, like I have to, I don't want to be the one who's hitting somebody. So even if my car is damaged and I need to have Lyft to fix it, I have to think about that deductible, because it wouldn't be right for my insurance to pay for it because I was working, and then it wasn't my fault. And then it's like, okay, it wasn't your fault. You were working, but now you got to pay this amount of money before we can do anything on your job, on your vehicle. That's not a nice thing to think about. It's not welcoming. It definitely isn't welcoming. So, yeah, it's a great concern. I hope and pray that they will be looking into that and making some changes, because some of us don't even make 1,200 a week, and if we did, it was for already pre-noted responsibility. It wasn't for deductible. So it's like, now, to protect yourself at a certain extent, you have to at least have something in your maintenance, and for your business. Put something back in the pot. Maybe you can do it when your insurance, like not insurance, your taxes. And I know a lot of people, when they get their tax money, it's like they buying this, buying that. It might be more feasible to take, if not 75% of your taxes, half of your taxes that you get back, put it into the business account. Okay, Tanya, good night. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad you were able to stop by. Yeah, so Tadise, definitely look into that and see the comparison. And you're awesome, Tanya. Yeah, check into that, Tadise, so you can have your own factual information. And you might, want to split it up and say, okay, I'm going to do 3-4 days of Lyft to get this amount of money, then the rest with Uber. And then you begin to map out the best time. What I like about Lyft is, if you're in the zone, the power zone, you automatically, when you get those requests, you're automatically going to get paid more just on the base part of it because of the percentage difference. But then you get more because you're in the power drive zone, and that can be 10%, it can be 20%, it can be 30% added on to what you're already getting at the base. So, and they have it mapped out anywhere in that particular power zone, and it'll say in writing, you are in the power zone, and then they'll say, or go to the power zone, things like that, or power zone active, something like that at the bottom in blue. So I tell people to do both, because you have options, and when one might not be, moving as fast as you want, you can switch to the other. And then of course you have your Uber Eats as well. Now, when it comes to Uber Eats, and if you're in an accident, that's gonna, you know what? I don't know much about that. I'm thinking, because the coverage for passenger. So if you're in an accident, you're on the clock, but you have food in the car. Does that mean that you have to deal with your personal insurance, or will Uber cover you? Then it's like, okay, who are they covering? Is it the driver? Maybe they will do fix the car, but you might still have to pay your deductible. That put a sour taste in your mouth, but it's such a small thing, yet it's gigantic if it happens. If it never happens, it's like, oh, okay. When it happens, it's devastating. It's like everything stops. Like you don't have the ability now to plan for tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going in this zone. I'm going in that zone. I'm going to hit Lyft. I'm going to hit Uber, and I'm going to hit this 5 to 6 block here. All of that is gone. You don't even have to look at your phone anymore, but yet you're still going to have a phone bill. You see what I'm saying? You're still going to have your regular reoccurring bills that you were paying for by working with Uber and Lyft, if that's your only source of income. When it's your only source of income, is boom, done. Okay, Lyft 4.19 miles. Okay. Now do for Uber and see the difference. I have some napkins. I should have napkins here. Yeah. I'm gonna take that. So there you go. Now, can you do both the same time, like the same mileage, like 4.19? My nostrils getting stuck back. He's looking at, Tadise is looking at the comparison. Oh, I got a new subscriber. Nicole. Welcome, Nicole. And Queen Bee, Breezy. Okay, that's what you get. Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely getting more. That's nice. Right. That was no surge. Right. So it is a little bit more. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Well, in terms of this 2.53 miles, but can you do 4.19 for both? Because that was Uber for two. Oh, and another thing, see, Tadish, you came in, remember, you came in some time back with Uber. So the amount that you're making, your base amount, is different from the newer drivers now base amount. And I don't know when you started with Lyft. You understand what I'm saying to these? I'm trying to do it on the Google just to look at it in a general sense. Under the Uber fare estimator. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to put in, let's do Baltimore, Maryland. And my destination would be yeah, let's do that. Okay. Alright. Okay, let me look here. Driving options. I'm doing a general look for a ride that is let's see if I can tap on here. Will it give that to me? From Baltimore to North Calvert Street to Glen Burnie. Okay. These are the prices. From Calvert Street to Glen Burnie, Uber X, 17 to 22. Uber XL, 26 to 34. Alright, so it has a question mark. So let me hit the question mark. And this is the information that they will show you. See, the base fare is $1. I don't know if this is good or not, guys. No, I'll turn it this way. Nope. Can you guys see that? So what it's saying is the base fare is $1. And per minute is 11 cents. Per mile, $1.21. The booking fee is $2.05. The minimum fare is $6.55. Cancellation fee is $5. So they're giving you the entire breakdown so you'll know how much you're paying per mile and how much you're paying per minute. And then you're able to get the calculated version of what you would actually be paying. And that was for Uber. Lyft, let's see here. Yeah, and then you have Uber XL too. And so your XL for Uber to these, and then you are Premier for Lyft. Okay. They have here, it says here's how much the average ride costs on an Uber and Lyft. And they got it per state. So let's do oh, this is need to be updated. This is for 2015. Baltimore Uber X average cost for Uber and Lyft is $12 for Uber. If you're getting an Uber X is $12.21 in Baltimore, and for Lyft is $9.49. So in terms of the passenger, they pay less. Okay, DC Lyft is $13.95. You can make some money there in DC with Lyft, and for Uber in DC is $12.17 in terms of a passenger getting a ride. That's on average. Then in Los Angeles, Uber X is $11.53 and Lyft is $11.56. New York, oh my gosh. On average, New York City, Uber X is $29.34 for a passenger. And that's on average. And Lyft is $28.62. Wow. Looking at these numbers, here in Baltimore, For Lyft, it's only $9.49. That's the lowest from this information from 2015. I pulled it up on Google. See, the pink numbers is for Lyft and the black numbers for UberX. Yeah. And that was on that page there, if you guys want to look it up and see it. Yeah, so it's a benefit. I mean, I tell anybody, get in it, do one ride, but don't let that first ride break you or make you. Just to get familiarized with the flow of it, getting familiar with hearing the ping and things of that nature. And you can actually set your phone to blink and vibrate if you wanted to. Let's say if you're at the airport and you're trying to relax, some people will put it on flashing lights and vibration. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wind down. I gotta get my treatment in here. Feeling kind of tight. I think Uber pay more for drivers in Baltimore. Uber pay more for drivers in Baltimore. Not, look, today's not much. For me, for a driver, I get paid more with Lyft than I do with Uber. For me. So I don't know your timing when you came in with Lyft versus when you came in with Uber. So it's hard for me to, speak on that part. But from my experience, I get paid more with Lyft than I do. I'm trying to see here. Than I do with Uber. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my phone. Look back on some history here. I'm pulling up on the work phone. Hopefully it has a charge. I haven't charged it since I've been sick. Okay. All right, Tadis. Good night. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic night. Get some rest. And, yeah. Oh, wow. Go to sleep. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget the thumbs up. All right, guys. Take it easy. Thank you, Tadis. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to do my best. All right, now. Take care.